This episode, we cover how to figure out how money-dense your activities are, how to defend your Social Security number, and how not to sell your car.
This is the Living Young and Free Show, giving the 25 and under crowd tips, tricks, and hacks to get the most out of your money.
Hi, I'm Cheryl, and welcome to episode 21. First up, we have Alex, who's going to cover how to calculate the money density of the things you do in your spare time and why it's important.
Thanks, Cheryl. Alex Oliver here with Young and Free Tennessee. Today I'm going to cover money dense management. I'm going to define what that is and how to calculate the money density of the activities that you're doing and how to better manage those activities to figure out which ones are going to cost you less in the long run. First and foremost, let me define money dense management. Every leisure activity you participate in has a cost per hour, and that's what money dense management is. Take, for example, a trip to Dollywood. It's going to cost you $55 for a regular day pass, and you'll also realistically spend about $20 on drinks, food, and maybe a souvenir. So that's $75 in cost for a leisure activity with 4 hours of time invested. That's going to cost you $18.75 per hour. That's a pretty money dense activity. On the other hand, one example that we got from that article at the Simple Dollar is just reading a book. Reading a book is going to cost you nothing to check out the book, and then it's going to cost you nothing to read that for 4 hours. So the first thing you'll want to do when trying to make your time less money dense is write your list of activities down. I'm going to highlight a few of these things. One of my favorite activities is wakeboarding. Wakeboarding is widely considered an expensive sport, and for good reason. You have to have a boat to do it. However, by networking and finding friends with boats, wakeboarding can be a reasonably priced sport. If you're gonna bum a ride with a friend, just make sure you pitch in for gas. Speaking roughly, gas compensation for a boat should be about $40, and your gas mileage to and from whatever marina you're gonna meet at is probably gonna run about $7. So in total, that's $47. Split that by about 4 hours on the lake, and you're looking at about $11.75 per hour. That's pretty money dense. Another great example of a sunken cost in an activity that I really enjoy is longboarding. You can pick up a longboard at your local board shop, and the longboard will probably run you $200. This is a great example of a sunk cost. In the first hour, yes, it will cost you $200 an hour. However, by your 100th hour longboarding, you're only looking at a cost of about $2 per hour. So there you have it. Just by bringing awareness to money dense management and the activities that you're participating in, you'll save money in the long run and have just as much fun. Alex Oliver signing out for the Living Young and Free Show. Back to you, Cheryl.
Okay, so with the money density score, the lower it is, the better it is, like golf. So since it costs you $0 to watch the Living Young and Free Show, we're winning. Next up, we have Sarah Dale, who's going to talk about your Social Security number, why it matters, when it's required, and when it's okay to just shout no like you mean it and run away.
When you apply for a job, when you sign up for utilities, when you go to the doctor, they all have one thing in common. They're going to ask you for one specific identifier. Okay, maybe two. Your name and your Social Security number. There's a great article on Get Rich Slowly about this subject. So today we're going to talk about why it matters, when it's required, and when it's requested but not necessarily required. According to the 2010 Identity Fraud Survey Report, last year 11 million people were victims of identity fraud. That's $54 billion total cost. And the average time that victims had to spend sorting out this mess? 21 hours. You should consider your Social Security number to be so private. Don't keep your Social Security number in your purse or your wallet. Don't use your Social Security number on your student ID or on your license. Here's a little flashback to 4 years and 5 hair colors ago. And no, that is not my Social Security card number. There are times when it's okay to give out your Social Security number, and those times include when you start a job, your employer will ask for your Social Security number. That's okay, they need it for tax reporting purposes. Some government agencies, like the Motor Vehicle Department, may ask for your Social Security number. That's okay too. But remember, all agencies from local to federal must disclose whether your Social Security number is optional or mandatory. Also, your financial institution is going to need it for tax reporting purposes. Any business can ask for your Social Security number, but a request does not mean a requirement. So, whenever someone asks you for your number, make sure you ask the following questions. Why exactly do you need my Social Security number? If I give you my social security number, how is it going to be used? Is it required by law that I give you my social security number? What kind of security measures does your company take to protect customer social security numbers? What will happen if I refuse to give you my social security number? If it's not required by law, you don't have to provide it to a business. But on the flip side, that business can refuse to do business with you. If someone came up to you on the street and asked for your address and a key to your house, you would say no, because it's a complete stranger and you don't know what they're going to do with that access. Well, your social security card number is like a key to personal information and financial information about you. And someone can do a lot more damage with your social security number than they could ever do with a key to your house.
Oh, so I shouldn't give away the keys to my house. And last up, we have Josh, who's going to give us some tips on how not to sell a car.
I'm going to show you how to sell a car. Now, I ain't never sold one before, but I got a good feeling about this one. I'm going to show you all my tips and tricks on how to get one sold. Number 1, smoke in your car. Why bother buying an air freshener when you have smoke flavor?
Let's take this baby for a test drive.
Number 2, keep your car dirty. You don't pick up your house when you're having guests over, right? Same thing with your car.
Alright, man, let me show you this car. It has got a great, comfortable interior. Can you believe this set?
Number 3, don't bother keeping up with minor repairs. When you fix a car, you share a bond with it, and you love that car. Don't take that away from someone else. Don't do that.
That was supposed to happen?
That's not important. Let me show you this car. Check out all this space you got in your trunk. So much space. You know what, better yet? Forget the trunk. Let's look at something else. Number 4, the only type of stickers you should keep up with are bumper stickers. Honk if you's a player.
Are these stickers old? Nah. Let me just get rid of that for you.
So Cheryl, you want to buy a car?
I think it's best if I just ignore that. And that's our show. If you have any feedback or ideas for upcoming episodes, feel free to comment below or email me at livingyoungandfree@gmail.com. Join us next time for more great tips, tricks, and hacks on how to make the most of your money.
Young and Free is a credit union movement that gives young people a voice, a head start, and useful information.